It's our last full day here in Punta Cana. And true to form, on the last few days of vacation, I'm sick. Ain't that something? This is really getting old.
That was Thanksgiving week 2018. Now let's run the clock back in time to January 19th, 2012. This was our first visit to the Dominican Republic. We decided to check out a resort. We went to Lifestyles. Nice place. We checked in, having a good time the first night. We get up the second day. We meet a guy. He's a tour guide. He's telling us all about the ins and outs of the resort, places we can go, things we can do for fun, on the resort, off the resort. Now, we never forgot to this day, the last thing he told us on this visit was to be very careful drinking any drinks that contain coconut milk or milk, because in the DR it's not pasteurized, and Americans would get sick often if they drank it. Similar to the way they tell Americans not to drink the water in Mexico. So anyway, we took his advice and we avoided any like white drinks, like a White Russians and Piña Coladas. And now we did pretty good. Now we go to our favorite bar and we realize sitting on the bar is these two nice machines making slushies. They're spinning, they're ice cold, we're hot. The machine's got all this condensation and sweat on it, and it looks wonderful. So, what do you think's inside these machines? First of all, this white slushy is basically a Piña Coladas. But anyway, we figured, what harm could one or two do? They fill the glass with this slushy Piña Colada mix and add as much or as little liquor to it as you want. Now, we figured, what harm could one or two do? Now listen to the following description from a recent news broadcast.
Who says he was ill for nearly 3 weeks, losing 14 pounds. Flowers says most of them had similar symptoms.
It was crippling diarrhea.
Along with fever, chills, and dizziness. Ricky and Jan Carr also got sick.
I was either in bed or I was going to the bathroom. It was miserable.
These guys just described almost to the letter exactly what happened to me when I got home from our trip back in 2012. I was sick for 2 weeks and I lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks. Yes, we were hard-headed. It was no fault of the resort and no fault of the manufacturer. My body just can't handle unpasteurized coconut milk. Now, not only do you need to avoid drinking drinks that contain coconut milk in the DR, you got to realize they also use it in some of their food products for gravies and sauces. So you can eat it and still get sick from it. Now, let's go to 2017. We decided to go back to the DR again. This time we go to Gran Bahia, Principe, Rio, San Juan. Remembering what we were told in 2012 and how I got sick, we decided not to drink anything or eat anything that noticeably had coconut milk or regular milk in it. We were there for a week.
Still living that retired life down here in the Dominican Republic, Gran Bahia, Principe, Rio, San Juan. About to enjoy a nice blue Hawaii. Next time it should be you. What can I say?
Now we survived this whole week. Didn't eat any ice cream, avoided anything looked like it had gravy, and we did not drink any coconut milk containing drinks like Piña Coladas or White Russians. No problem. Now, fast forward to Thanksgiving week 2018. We're on a plane again. Guess where we're going? Yeah, Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. So, we visit Grand Palladium. We're having a good time. We decided we weren't going to drink any drinks that contained coconut milk if we could. Now, we're thinking the last medical event happened in 2012. What's the possibility that it could happen again in 2018? So, a few drinks wouldn't harm us, right? So we had, let's say, some Piña Coladas, and we had some dirty bananas, and we had some other white drinks, and we had some more Piña Coladas. Because after all, the last time was 2012. And we're on vacation at a nice resort. What's the chances of getting sick? Slim to none, right? Wrong.
Well, it's our last full day here in Grand Palladium, Punta Cana. And true to form, on the last few days of vacation, I'm sick. Ain't that something? This is really getting old. So, I doubt there'll be any highlights unless you're going to watch me lay in the bed and be sick. There's another highlight I could give you, but I'm going to skip that because it's kind of gross.
It was crippling diarrhea.
Anyway, stay tuned for departure tomorrow.
So now, I made this video to say this. This is just my opinion, and I'm not a doctor. I got sick in the Dominican Republic twice because I was hard-headed. I was specifically told I probably shouldn't drink a certain type of drink, and I drank it anyway because I was hard-headed, and my body can't handle it. It's nothing to do with the manufacturer of the UHT milk and nothing to do with the resort. I brought it on myself because I drank something that my American tourist body cannot handle. So there's no reason to stop going to the DR because a lot of people are getting sick. It's the same thing as all your life you've been told when you go to Mexico, don't drink the water. You think people in Mexico don't drink their own water? We were told in the Dominican Republic not to drink unpasteurized coconut milk. My American tourister body might not be able to handle it. So guess what? It can't. But you might slip up like we did, accidentally or intentionally, and your stomach gets very upset. By the way, these drinks don't bother Cheryl at all. It's just me. Actually, this is a common thing in the DR for like American tourists. Some of our bodies cannot handle unpasteurized milk and coconut milk. By the way, UHT milk goes on the shelf for 3 or 4 months, unlike American pasteurized products that go in the refrigerator for 2 or 3 weeks. That's the difference. It can be kept in a carton in a pantry instead of in a refrigerator. Apparently, some of our bodies can't handle it. Now, I say that to say this. This is common among American tourists to the point that most bartenders are familiar with it. If you start feeling discomfort, go to your bartender and express to them that you have a very, very upset stomach. And if you need to use sign language about the diarrhea, do what you got to do. The bartenders know exactly what's going on. As a matter of fact, they have a drink for it. It's called La Bamba. They make it all the time. And trust me, it works miracles. It doesn't taste good at all. It tastes awful, but it works. Because I told Cheryl within a couple of hours of drinking it, I could not believe it worked so quick. It's got like salt, soda, and lime and some other stuff in it. All the bartenders know to make it to combat upset stomach and diarrhea. Get your bartender to make you a La Bamba. If you get sick in the DR, it will more than likely make your life much better in a couple of hours. So keep having fun in the DR. Just be careful what you drink and some of the things you might want to eat. But anyway, nothing wrong with the DR. They're not trying to discourage tourists from coming here. Just some things we can't handle. Anyway, that's my 2 cents worth. Keep on traveling.
Mama Water in the Dominican Republic, Grand Palladium, Punta Cana. Hold on.